Deb from ForgeAhead, and today I'm going to give a demonstration on stenciling on copper enamel. And the first thing I do is grab a copper disc. This is a 1-inch copper disc, and I need to drill a hole in it, so I'll do that now. This is my handy dandy drill press. Simple as that. I love this little drill press. Saves all kinds of time. And there we go, 2 holes in those copper discs, ready to counter enamel, which I'm going to do next. Now I'm going to counter enamel. And I set my pieces on this little block just to get them up off my tray here. And I'm gonna lift them up, and I have something called Clear Fire, which is a mixture of specially formulated glue mixed with water for enamel, and it just keeps the enamel powder on the pieces. If you didn't use the Clear Fire and you bumped your piece as you put it on the trivet, the enamel would fall right off. So I'm just going to spray it. Simple as that. And I'm just going to balance this round disc on my finger and counter enamel it. Just give a nice even coating and put it on the trivet ready to fire. Do the next one. I'm back onto a trivet. And now I'm going to grab my torch and fire these. And if you watch any enameling videos, you'll know that there are 2 stages in firing. There's the sugar stage, where the piece will look like it has granulated sugar on top, and then it will go to an orange peel stage, which is a little bumpy, and you keep firing it until it's all glowing orange and super smooth. And that one's done. And here comes the sugar stage. And now on to orange peel, which is a little hard to see on smaller pieces. Now it's all glowing orange and really smooth, and that's what we want. As you can see on the back of this counter enamel piece, we have what we call fire scale. It's black, and we want to take that fire scale off. So I'm going to put these pieces in this little basket and then put it in what we call pickle. And the pickle is an acid that will remove that fire scale and clean up that copper. This is my counter enamel piece. We put counter enamel on the piece to make it more stable, and copper will expand and contract, and it just helps the enamel on the front, your colored enamel. It helps it to not crack if you have counter enamel on it. So this is all cleaned up now, and I'm going to put a white enamel on the face. And that's what we'll stencil on. So just a good coating of the white enamel. Now rest it on the trivet and get counter enamel on the second piece. And these are ready to be fired. And just like what I did with the counter enamel, I torch it and you'll see the enamel go through the different stages. Take it just a little bit longer to fire because of the counter enamel on the back. Just takes longer for it to heat up. And there it is in sugar stage. And on to orange peel. And now I can see that that white enamel is nice and smooth, and that's what we want. I have my stencil and I am ready to move ahead with this piece and stencil it. Just do a little prepped so that enamel will stick. And make sure my earring wire hole is at the top. And I like to use my magnifiers and really get in there to be able to see where I'm placing this stencil. That looks good. And I'm going to use Krakow enamel under flame orange enamel. So I sifted the enamel over that stencil, and now I'm going to carefully lift this stencil off the piece. And there it is. And you see I have little bits of enamel. I'm going to take a paintbrush and brush that off, and then I'll fire it. Okay, now I am going to carefully lift this piece off of my paper here. And I use this little tool to do that. And I put it in my hand, and then I put it on the trivet. And now I'll fire it. And you can watch the magic happen. This will make a bright, colorful flower. I'm using flame orange. Takes a minute for it to fire because we have the counter enamel and then the white enamel, and now we're firing on the flame orange enamel, which is the third layer. So it takes a little bit longer for it to soften, for the glass to soften. And we're almost there. That's good. We have a nicely stenciled piece. Right after this was fired, you may have noticed that the flower looked like it was black. You don't see the true color of the enamel till the piece cools. And so now I've picked it up with these long tweezers to keep myself from getting burned, and I'm setting it on my bench, and this is ready for an ear wire.